Hi, welcome to Boulder Street Moto. My name is Matt Chavez, and I'm going to show you around a little bit. First, right behind me, you see our bike storage, which speaks for itself. I mean, we have quite a few bikes right here. We have probably about 10 to 12 bikes. You'll see a bunch of bikes on the other side as well. That's what makes it nice about being here, is we're about to see some project benches. We're about to see some other tools. And if you have your bike here, you can just roll it up onto the project bench, work on it, tinker with it, get an oil change, mess around with your fuel tank, and then take off and ride. So let's go ahead and look around the garage. So you saw the bike storage I mentioned. Now we have those parts storage right here. So the parts storage is those projects you know are coming up. Maybe you need a carb clean, maybe you need a rebuild, maybe you need to do an oil change, you can keep your oil in there. Things like the handlebars you see up there, extra gas tanks, whatever you think you need. I have a couple spark plugs in there. I have some other things for some other days that aren't here, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I keep in there. You see that, a little bit of extra money for the storage, but well worth it, I think. Okay, moving on, we have our fridge here for, as you can see, liquids. We have a couple cocktails on top from one of our sponsors, Lee Spirits. We also have Upslope, another sponsor, inside the fridge. Pretty awesome to be able to have that here, enjoy yourself, have a beverage. We also have some water to be able to stay hydrated, to be able to head out there on the bike. First bench you have here is our project bench, meaning long term. So 2 weeks, you can sign up on the little sheet we have right here. So I'll show you. Just put your name right there, put your date, maybe after the next one you have right here. And then that way you can leave your bike up here. Maybe you have a top end rebuild, maybe you need to do something, maybe a little modification to the back end of the bike, or maybe you just need to do a front end swap, which I'm gonna be doing on my bike pretty quick here. So that's what that is for. We have that for 2 weeks at a time. That way you don't have to take your bike off and on, which is really, really nice. These other two project benches, or these other two benches over here, are day benches. So you come up, do an oil change, maybe you do a carb clean like we talked about, something real quick. I'm doing a battery change, so I can get up there, get it chest high so I don't bend over, my hamstrings all get all tight. That way I can do that and then take it off there and go for a ride. That fourth bench, we got 1, 2, 3, fourth bench, we pretty much have every tool here to be able to take an old school 60s, 70s, 80s bike down to the frame. We've done it before, we can rebuild this thing back. That's where you'll find that extra stuff. Maybe some specialty parts for those old Hondas, those old Yamahas, those old Kawasaki's that we can make sure to find, and that would be the bench to do it. We can do grinding over there, we have a vise over there, we have a couple little things to be able to put oil in, old oil, and we dispose of that as well. So finally, you see where Adam is over there. He's wearing some sweet, sweet Levi's right now. You can see it from afar. Yep, right there, it's a red tag. You see all the liquids. So we have oil over there, we have cleaners, we have chain lube, we have other types of lube. That's what I told you about my day off, remember? Okay, that's over there. So we can find all that, anything you can find to take a bike to the frame and then rebuild it back up. Those last two benches, usually you find those specialty parts or that, or those liquids we talked about. Moving on to the bike storage I mentioned earlier. We have the lounge area that Adam's at over there now. We have another sponsor, Switchback Coffee, which is amazing. I love coffee. I have to have it every single day. It's the elixir of life. And then finally, we can be able to have a cigar after a job well done of that carb rebuild we talked about, that oil change. We go for a ride, we come back here. That area right now has some great little vibes that go about it. And then we also have we're missing a banana seat up there, but we go for a little bike ride with no tires up there if you want to. All right?